Okay, Gemini, welcome to our Timeless Tarot Nightcap. Well, another day is over. I really felt tired today. Yeah, one of those days when our energy level is not too high. And yeah, sometimes you need to slow down a bit just to allow the spirit to catch up with the activities of the body. Okay, let us try to see what is your main energy for tonight, Gemini. Okay, your main energy for tonight is preparing for a journey, maybe tomorrow or maybe tonight. No, you are preparing for a journey, okay, or preparing to start a new chapter, or for some of you, preparing to make an interior journey. So this round thing that the person is looking at can either be a globe or it can also be a crystal ball, a scrying material. So the journey can be a physical journey and it can be also an interior journey. Well, the beautiful thing about it is you're going on a journey at a time when you are feeling comfortable in the economic way. Okay, this is a person who is economically well, fairly stable. At least the person is stable. He's not like the king or the queen or the emperor and the empress, but he's a duke. Okay, so he's relatively stable. Okay, in a certain sense, maybe right now when you look at your gauge, I mean, based on your life situations, no, when you look at it, you are fairly stable right now. I mean, you have enough resources to make you feel comfortable, and yes, to dress somehow to dress okay, to dress presentably, okay, something like that. Okay, so just right. Not not too constrained, but not too opulent also. So just right. Now, I don't know what the journey will be. It can be a physical journey. If it's a physical journey, it can be related to your work, or it can be related to, giving yourself some time to take a break. Well, it might give you some anxieties, the preparations, the requirements of the travel, what you think that you will need to carry or bring with you. Okay. If you already started the journey and you remember, oh, I forgot something. No, I remember I used to work with tribal people, and the tribal elders would once we had an activity with the younger generation, and they were about to set out into the wilderness because the elders are going to teach them the culture of the tribe. And when they are about to leave, the one elder told them, okay, it's time for us to go. Okay, watch where you step. Okay, be careful not to trip yourself along the way. Okay, because once you start tripping yourself, it might, yeah, it might foretell something. But the important thing that he said to them is that if along the way you remember that you forget something, let it be, let it go. It's like as if it was meant to be. Okay, don't go back anymore. So that's what the elder told them. If you forgot something, let it go. Do not go back for it anymore. Move forward. So it's something like that. Okay, so if you are beginning a new chapter right now in your life, and once you start on the journey and you realize, oh, I forgot something, let it go. Maybe it was not meant to be part of the journey. Actually, when you think about it, when you travel, many of the things you bring with you, not all of them you use. And so the next time you journey, you realize, oh, I do not need this. So you let go. Until when you have a lot of journeys already, you realize that you are just carrying the bare essentials, the things that are really needed. And the others you leave behind at home. Why? Because they become a burden. And then you realize, oh, these are the essential things in life. And then you realize there are certain things that will gather dusts in your cabinet because you have been traveling. And then you realize, oh, maybe some of these things I need to let go. So somehow, with this energy of travel, there is also that energy of essential, discovering what are really essential in life. Like this one, this traveler, he has to travel light, and he has to travel to bring only the things that are essential for the journey. So I feel with this kind of energy right now, Gemini, maybe it's also a time for us to realize what are the real things that you really need right now in your present journey. Maybe some things you don't really need. Maybe it's time for us to let them go. Okay. Now let us. Okay. Right now, for some of you, maybe you are journeying because you just closed a certain chapter, a chapter that was challenging, and for some of you, you have been hurt by that chapter. But you are wiser this time, and you have good boundaries. Well, for some of you, yes, you are maybe trying to change the environment for, yeah, to begin anew. So this can also symbolize beginning something new in your life. This person has just finished a chapter in his life and is about to begin a new one, and he is on a journey. Now, it can be for some of you, you might have had some painful experience or a certain chapter that was very trying to you. You survived it, but you were also hurt a little bit. But now you have good boundaries. Now it's either you remain in this state of fear, or you move forward with this energy of beginning a new chapter, opening a new chapter. Now, let us see how the cards will unfold. Okay, you see here, again, the Page of Wands. Now that you have good boundaries, it's also good to say, wait a minute, I deserve to be appreciated for who I am. Okay. I, oftentimes when you are in a relationship that was hurting, maybe it is because the relationship made you become somebody that you are not really. You sometimes we tend to adapt to the situation. You try to give in to the other party to the point that we lose ourselves. We end up becoming somebody who we are not, because we try to adapt to the other person, to the demands of the other person. So later on, we lose also ourselves. We do not only lose the relationship, but we lose ourselves. So now as you start your chapter, your new chapter, for those of you who have just gone out from a painful relationship, nurture yourself and be yourself. Don't be afraid. You deserve to be loved for who you truly are. Not, do not allow yourself to be somebody you are not. It's either, if ever there will be somebody who will love you, it has to be somebody who will respect you for who you are and will appreciate you for who you are, your unique self. So somehow we have here the Page of Wands, somebody who's not afraid to be different. The way he dresses is like he's telling to the world, well, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I've got the look that shows, okay, something like that. Okay, I'm coming out. Okay. It's somebody who's saying, well, this is me. You just accept me. If not, let me be. Let me wear this clothing that I want to wear. Okay. And you really are, for some of you, you are really going to travel. Somewhere in lands that are far. Okay. I see here pyramids. So some of you are really traveling. Maybe to start a new life. Very nice, to start a new life with this new adventure. Discovering the world, new things. Okay. And it's time for you to nurture your inner self. You deserve a love that is unconditional. Just like here in the Six of Cups, no? A love wherein there are a lot of bouquets of flowers that are being given to you. You deserve more. You deserve nothing less than a loving relationship. So yeah, if you cannot find love from others, well, love yourself. Actually, you shouldn't expect your cup to be filled by other people. Your cup should be overflowing because of your self-love and your loving relationship with the divine. When you reach out to other people, it is because you just want them to share in your joy. If they go, then let it be. There are other people who would still want to share in your joy. But don't expect them to fill up your cup, because you will get discouraged. There will always be something lacking. So yeah, I think the best thing right now is, as you start this new chapter, nurture yourself, pamper yourself, treat yourself. Okay. Makes me think, okay, if you want to buy a certain clothing, just buy it. Okay. Sometimes if when you are at the point of nurturing yourself, sometimes you need to be impulsive also. And then later on, well, you regret it sometimes. You say, oh, okay. But then you felt good at that time. It's one way of saying, I love me. Okay. So yeah, for once, no, treat yourself. Okay. And yeah, the world, I think, despite of the pain that you have experienced, you're finishing this chapter with flying colors, just as this one. She's not afraid to be her naked self. So you're not afraid to be who you truly are. Finally, you can say, well, I am not going to, I am finally going to the world with with who I truly am. Now, if people do not like me, then just let them be. I am going to be me. Okay, it's like that. And I think yeah, you received the wreath of winning the first place. Okay, you just made it to the finish line. And there are a lot of lessons you've learned. You have here the four evangelists, no? And also, yeah, the angel, the eagle, the cow, and the lion, no? They can symbolize the four evangelists, which teaches us the wisdom of life. Okay. At the same time, also, uh, this can also symbolize your being in touch with your spirit guides. Okay. Yeah. Well, things are going well for you now. Close the chapter. Yeah. And now is an opportunity for you to go on hermit mode. Yeah. Transformation. You are going transformation. Whenever a chapter closes and a new chapter opens, usually we undergo a stage of transformation, and that stage of transformation allows us to look at life in a different way. So yes, you just received a new life lesson, and you just had a paradigm shift, and you are enlightened. You are now wiser as a person after that experience. And now a chapter is opening. New inspirations are coming from the universe. Talk to the moon. Allow the universe to guide you in this new chapter. And yes, take care of your health right now. Attain a certain balance. Here we have here the temperance. The temperance is a person who is, for me, symbolizes a person who is a balanced, uh, who is balanced, well balanced in their state of life right now. They have good communication with the divine. They are in touch with reality. They are well grounded to reality, but at the same time, they nurture their inner life. They have stable emotions. They are able to discipline their life. They are able to win out those things that are not helpful in their journey. Uh, they are practically living a healthy, well balanced life. Okay, so they have time for their health, for exercise. They have time also for uh, following their bucket list. Creative. They are also creative. They have time to nurture themselves. They have time also to have fulfilling relationships, and at the same time also they also have time for their career. So everybody, every aspect of their life is being given attention to. Okay, nothing is left behind. Yeah, she's like the Queen of Wands. No, the Queen of Wands. Again, you see the Queen of Wands, she doesn't follow protocol. Usually, the Queen would usually sit very prim and proper. This lady doesn't care how she sits. She just sits because she feels comfortable sitting. So she sits in a way that she's comfortable. Okay, and she's not afraid to be different. The way she dresses, no, she's like a queen who's not afraid to be different. Okay. In fact, I mean, to see a lot of sunflowers in your throne, she's not afraid to be different. Okay. The sunflower symbolizes somebody who gazes upon the divine from sunrise to sunset. Okay. And then she has a cat, a black cat at that. No, so she's in touch with her inner world, in touch with her spirit guides. So yeah, I think the environment or the experience or the chapter that just closed has allowed you to transform into a better person. And now the universe will give you a lot of choices right now. For some of you, the one that is glowing out there, a new mystery relationship. Wow. Okay. Well, take your time. Take your time to smell the roses. Enjoy. You see here, riches, success, property, yourself, uh, something related to shady things. Okay, make the right choices. Okay, yeah, there are good choices and there are less better choices. Okay, so make the right choice. Okay, the universe is giving you a lot of choices now that you are opening a new chapter in your life. Well, Gemini, I hope this resonates with you. Let us end with some tarot, with some oracle cards. Okay. Okay. It's a good thing I was able to regain also. Uh, uh, I was a little bit clumsy when it comes to handling the cards. Now it's good. Shadow self. Okay. So for some of you, yeah, whatever this painful situation is, it made you become aware of certain aspects in your life that you need to work on. That shadow part. But the bad experiences or whatever shadow part that we have in our life, first we need to accept them as part of us. It's part of our life history. And because it's part of our life history, they define who we are right now. Now, you see here, there are lightning strikes. No, the lightning shuns us. So these are situations that awakens us. Accept it. Okay, this is part of me, and it made me realize certain things, and now I am going to move forward. So accept it. This is part of me, but this is just part of the me that is still a lot of potentials. This situation can either be two ways. It can be a stumbling block or a jumping board. I would rather you look at this one, the shadow self, as a jumping board. You accept this. This is part of me. This is me. I love me because it has made me grow. And from here, I begin again. So you reconcile with your shadow self. Accept them as part of you. And then you move forward hand in hand with this shadow self. This shadow self would teach you a lot of things, and because it is in touch with your inner world, it has a lot of capacities to help you move forward. Okay, you see here the message, move forward, and I was just speaking about moving forward. Okay, close the door, even if it is the mist. It's like going out in the mysterious night. No, it's with the stars shining. It's like the fool facing the new adventure at night. Okay, so yeah, move forward. uh, Nighttime is like a closing, the closing of the day. The sun has set on something. Close the chapter. Now be uh, wonder in the beauty of the night with the stars that guides us, and move forward. So move forward. Beautiful message from the universe, Gemini. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.